Hello everyone. It's Odago-san for fun coming at you with another video. Today everyone, I'm so sorry it's been a while since I've done a video. Toggling between this and I'm considering doing Ark Ultimate Edition. Making up my mind has been just a little all over the place. But that's no excuse. Today I'm going to continue with, tips and stuff that you might see from other YouTubers, but I'm going to just give you, I guess, a shorter, not as comprehensive as everyone else, but just give you kind of an overview as far as Game of Thrones Legends. Today, last time we talked about summons. Now I'm going to talk about how to pick a effective team. First, you need a tank. And when you start the game, you're given a tank. That will be your boy Ned. Ned is good beginning game because he taunts and draws all attention to him. He has a lot of HP and a lot of defense. So your weaker people can, do their attacks and not get wiped out. Then you need your damage dealer. And that, as example, would be someone like Ariel. He does fairly high damage, decent defense, but he also has an AoE. After his first high attack, he does a secondary attack that does like, I think 75% of his maximum attack. So the AoE is always good to have on your team. Then you're going to have your glass cannons. Now your glass cannons will probably be someone like the Woodland Archer. Very high attack, but very low defense. If you're doing an archer, you better have Ned. Because randomly, the enemy's going to attack your archer. So if you don't have somebody to taunt, your archer's going to get taken out really fast. But if you level your archer gets a special ability. But it only kicks in unless the enemy becomes brittle. So this is one of those characters that you have to tie with someone else in order to make work. His first ability has an 8% chance to afflict each enemy with 2 ice. You need at least 5 ice to make someone brittle. So if you have him, one attack will give a possibility of 2 ice for 8% chance on the whole team. After a second attack, it'll be 4, and then on the third attack, that'll be 6, which will be 5. And then once brittle kicks in, he becomes stealth, which means you can't target him. He only take attacks from, gems. Another beginning person you need for your team is a straight damage dealer. That'll be Arya. She has really good high attack. Really good high attack. Look at this. 329% attack. And she has a critical hit 60% of the time. That's some pretty good attack. And it's reasonably normal speed, so you're going to get her attack off frequent enough. And her defense is about average, so she's kind of pretty balanced. But she ties well with Ned and the Woodland Archer because if somebody's already afflicted with ice, like from which you got from your archer, she gains an additional 25% critical hit chance if somebody has ice. And when you get her even further, she gains an additional 25% critical hit damage, which brings it to 50 if you get her to 6 stars. I don't know how far you plan to go with her, but that's pretty much the average. Right now, I'm just going on a lot of my main team, whatever. These are the people that are the easiest, that I feel are the easiest to invest with. Your Northern Brawler, he's one of the common people you get. You'll get him ranked up in stars pretty fast because, he comes up in normal draws and summons. His defense is good. Since he does multiple attacks, he does several small consistent attacks. But what makes him shine is his 70% chance to afflict with ice. So with 4 single attacks, he'll get probably 2 to 4 attacks that'll probably bring someone to being brittle pretty fast. So he's good to tie together, and he's not hard to invest with because he's a common, just like your woodland archer. Another common that you can invest with, your ravenous bone collector. His defense is good, and he has an AoE, but his damage isn't high. But he has a close to 50% chance to afflict with ice. So for your beginning team, in my opinion, the easiest team to really work on is an ice team. So, and you got Jon Snow. You'll start off with him. He raises everybody critical hit, which is good. And to top it off, he has a chance to inflict 3 ice with an 80% chance with a critical hit. So, for beginning players, I highly recommend starting an ice team. There are bleed teams and fire teams. And I think there's a wounding team, but I'll just say mainly bleed and fire and ice. I think those are the main ones. But honestly, when you first start out, I highly recommend going in with an ice team because they all they synergize together really good. So that's my recommendation for your first team when you start out. Part of your team will have the necessary parts for ice team. If you get at least 2 or 3 members that have ice, you can go through the beginning raids pretty well, and you do okay during your campaign. So that's all I have for today. I hope you guys like the advice I give, and you have any comments, suggestions, or criticism, bring it on. I don't mind. I don't know everything. Till next time, I hope you guys have an awesome day, and peace.